In today's video, we have a very exciting one for you guys. This is your annual average snowfall. So we're going to be kind of going over that. Before we get into things, be sure to check out Prestige Weather in the description and pinned comment down below. We do weather consulting for businesses, organizations, and individuals alike for only $5 a month. It's a killer deal, and we have exclusive direct weather videos up there today that you can gain access to in the pinned comment and description down below, including, but not limited to, kind of like this video, but basically going over how much snowfall you could see compared to normal. So we're going to be diving into the areas that should see above average snowfall this winter and below average. If you're interested in something like that, again, it's only $5 a month in the description and pinned comment down below. Let's get straight into things, and right now we're taking a look at your will see snow layer. If you're in the white, on average, you will see snow. If you're in the gray, on average, you won't see snow. So keep in mind that this does not always mean that you for sure will not or for sure will see snowfall. This just means that on the average year you will. And I've said this time and time again, but the average year never happens. You know, it's just the mean average of every single recorded winter. It is not an actual thing that has ever really happened. It's, for instance, the areas just to the south of the white layer that are just narrowly in the gray, they might on average see snowfall every other winter. As you go kind of halfway down Florida, you're talking about maybe once every 50 winters seeing snowfall. And then Miami, it's maybe like once every 500 winters or something like that for seeing flakes even flying. So certainly there is some variations in this, but in general, in the white, you will see snowfall on average. In the gray, you will not. But again, that doesn't always hold true. Now, as we add this lighter blue layer, that leaves us with a remaining white band that goes through a lot of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina, as well as a lot of California there as well. This is your anything to 3-inch layer. So this is your seeing flakes all the way up to 3 inches. If you are in the blue, that means on average you see something above 3 inches of snowfall. Let's go ahead and reveal our next layer here. This is your above 6 inches layer. That means the remaining light blue layer is 3 to 6 inches on average. So that goes for a lot of southern Oklahoma, northern Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, northern Georgia, very far northern South Carolina, and then a lot of eastern North Carolina in there, as well as a lot of the west coast along northern California and southern Oregon there. Now let's go ahead and reveal our next layer, which is your above 10 inches layer here in the darker blue. That means that the remaining kind of medium blue there is where you expect to see 6 to 10 inches of snowfall for a lot of Oklahoma, northern Arkansas, in through Tennessee, a lot of North Carolina, including the Raleigh-Durham area, and even eastern Virginia, including Norfolk, and then areas just to the south of Richmond, Virginia. Now, let's add another layer here, and this is your above 15 inches layer. That means the remaining dark blue area is going to be 10 to 15 inches of snowfall on average. We have a lot of the Texas Panhandle in there through regions of Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, a lot of Kentucky in there, and then we see portions of Virginia, maybe Richmond, Virginia's in this one, it looks like, and then a lot of the kind of areas in Delaware, Maryland, kind of the Delmarva area in general here in that darker blue. But again, if you are in the magenta, that means that you expect to see anywhere above 15 inches on an average winter. Let's keep going, and as we take a look at the very bright pink area now, that is above 20 inches. So if you are still in that top layer, you expect to see something above 20 inches of snowfall on average. The remaining magenta area is 15 to 20 inches of snowfall, and that goes for a lot of Kansas, Missouri, central Illinois, central Indiana, southern Ohio, eastern Kentucky, and through portions of Virginia, and even up into the DC, Baltimore area there, and then southern New Jersey. Let's add another layer, and we have 2 red regions now, and that's going to be the areas that expect to see over 30 inches of snowfall. Now, the remaining pink area is 20 to 30 inches of snowfall, and we see a lot of big areas in there like Indianapolis, Columbus, maybe even Cincinnati's in there. We see Philadelphia, New York City in there, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we are seeing some bigger cities in that remaining 20 to 30 inch band in there. But the red still includes a lot of bigger areas. Let's go ahead and add our next, and it should be, yeah, our final layer here. So this dark blue or dark red area is going to be the above 48 inches of snowfall, or just about 4 feet or more of snowfall. And there is actually some bigger areas in here, like Buffalo, New York is in this. Let's see, maybe even Denver, Colorado's in there. So there is a couple of bigger cities. You know, a lot of areas where they ended up becoming bigger cities, they didn't have the harshest climates. You know, a lot of this is for mountaintops or severely cold areas. So that is why a lot of the bigger cities are outside of this, fun fact, or at least that's how I interpret it. But we can see multiple different areas like the Sierra Nevadas, areas along the Cascade Mountains, obviously the Rocky Mountains in that above 48-inch area. And many of these areas go far above this, you know, into the 100, 150, 200 inches of snowfall on average. So it does get much, much higher than this, but it would take us all day. And let's be honest, nobody even lives up in those areas most likely. So not really worth going all the way up to that level. And it's for very, very localized areas. But we can see a lot of areas near the Great Lakes in here as well, as that lake effect snowfall does enhance the totals, of course. And then for areas like the Adirondack Mountains, the Green Mountains, the White Mountains, and in for areas of Maine, they all are above 48 inches as well. So for the 30 to 48 inch area, which is going to be your kind of cherry red, we see Minneapolis, Chicago's in there, Detroit. We can see areas in a lot of New York there. Basically everywhere north of New York City is in there. So a lot of bigger areas in that one as well. Now let's go ahead and compare this to our third winter forecast, which is now up and available for the public. You guys can check out today here on the YouTube channel. That was another exclusive on the Prestige weather, but now it has been released on the YouTube channel. And we're just going to talk a little bit or take a sneak peek into the compared to normal averages here, because really where we see drier conditions, we could expect to see some below normal snowfall, of course, and then areas in the above average, we could expect to see above normal snowfall. Of course, this just has to line up with the cold and everything, so this won't always be the case, but these could be an indicator of above normal snowfall, and the drier conditions could be an indicator of below normal snowfall. Again, later this week, we are releasing that snowfall forecast compared to normal, but it is available in Prestige weather today for you guys to check out and access now in the pinned comment and description down below for only $5. Now, the temperature forecast also plays a massive role because, again, warmer conditions could mean less snow. Usually not as bad for the Rockies because above average is still below freezing. But for areas in the east, it plays a lot of a larger role because above normal could mean above freezing oftentimes, and below normal could mean a lot more below freezing times. And sure enough, we do have this very cold air expected here in the east, and this could mean above normal snowfall, as that cold would provide more opportunity for snowfall, to say the least. And we're going to be watching for that very, very closely through the fall and winter season and the early spring season of 2023 to 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching this updated version where we had our most up-to-date winter forecast available to you guys. And also, you guys loved that first one so much. I just didn't want anybody to miss out on this. So hopefully some new people see this. That would be really exciting. Be sure to subscribe. We do upload every single day. You can even hit the bell icon for daily notifications when we upload so you never miss one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.